Welcome to Berkeley and California Memorial Stadium, where this crowd has been in since early in the day, saying you know it, you tell the story, you tell the whole world that this is Bear territory. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture, as we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Golden Bears will kick it away to start. Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Missouri gets to the line quickly. On the ground, it's Lacey. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, or the first part of the season, now getting to the middle.
What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end and just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Golden Bears have taken it inside the 20. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Trying to power it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming in.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Quarterback checking the play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Lacy. Bowls his way forward. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Feeling some heat. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Touchdown, Cal! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team out there getting set. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On second down, he'll fire. Got a man, it's Lacy. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They'll try to run for it. The Tigers get enough for the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Off the play fake on first down. Finds his tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Missouri wants to go fast. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Forced out of the pocket. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget. So find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated. Get them the football and let them go to work.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
It's complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They keep attacking through the air. He'll get rid of it. He's got it. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes his connection. Tackled immediately after the catch. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Firing to the right, complete. They will score! Touchdown, Missouri!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Clemson. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play. Big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got his man. Afterburner's coming. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using his feet. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
On the play. Brings up
3rd and goal from way back there. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Williamson. Snowed under by the defense. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Quarterback checking off. Motion from the offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Golden Bear! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll come out throwing on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snags it on the right. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. The field goal is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We've got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback will audible. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Rodgers. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. The Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Cal! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Minnesota. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come
in. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Pressure coming. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open, lived to fight another down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On third down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Tigers. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ball game.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through the tackle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Trying to find his man on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And this offense is...
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Golden Bears are on the move. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The ball is out behind the line. Bounced right back to them. The Golden Bears will hustle to the line.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Buys a little extra time. He's going to run it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass, using the quick game, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff unit about to go to work. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
On second down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Lacy. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
They didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to take off. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
He wants to pass it on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unloads it downfield. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This defense knows they have to do a better job tackling. On that play there, too many missed tackles on the wide out. It leads to an explosive play, and all of a sudden, they're in their own red zone.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Standing in his own end zone, he'll uncork another one. He'll pull it down and run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Avoids pressure. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he breaks into the open. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cal. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
It's so nice to be an offensive coordinator when you've got a guy that can do this. What an unbelievable job scrambling around, buying time. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to call it, running a long way and scoring a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time.